Here is something very important that you should know. What is causing this cost of living crisis? So we just probably recently heard the news that OPEC is cutting oil production, and that's gonna make inflation go up. So we was getting a break. But during cost of living crisis, recession, depressions, a lot of new things are introduced to us when we are financially at our weakest state. Back in '08, we was at our weakest state. Social media got introduced to us. During the pandemic, Zoom and a lot of things from medicine to technology got introduced to us at our weakest state. And now we're entering the period of artificial intelligence, where artificial intelligence has taken jobs. And not only artificial intelligence is getting smarter and smarter, not just from your phone, because you ever notice when you're using your phone, if you say something like, oh, I need to get a pair of pants, all of a sudden a pair of pants ads start showing up. Now this artificial intelligence is gonna start interacting with the nanotechnology, which is you. And once it starts interacting with the nanotechnology, it could either control you or get better at its decision making, just like a human. So we're seeing AI pull a lot of information off the computer and do a lot of the things that normal human beings would do, which is gonna cause a lot of layoffs down the pipeline. And if you think that this AI technology is gonna make you rich, I'm sorry to tell you, no, it's only hard work. Artificial intelligence is only a tool to make your job a little bit easier. It is not 100% to do your job. Hard work, patience, knowing your field and being an expert at your field is always gonna work out better than any tool or any technology. That tool is just to make it easier, just like social media. I remember cold calling back in the day, getting a list and cold calling day in and day out. But now the technology that we have from social media, you don't have to cold call. You can make friends, have friends and family, and just make the content and then sit back, and whoever needs your services will be able to reach out to you. It has gotten a whole lot easier because technology on the phones can differentiate who is going to sell to you, who's calling you, which is close. And most of the times when you're calling customers, they're not answering. So if you call 500 numbers today, you're only gonna get about 2 or 3 people. And that percentage is very, very low if you're trying to convert someone to sales. But jumping back on the subject with things being introduced to us, things are about to go up. Our safest investments is gonna be food and gold. You're gonna see food and gold go up dramatically because the dollar is gonna be devalued because banks are being bailed out. And even though we might not pay it in taxes or we might not pay it forward, like the administration is saying, we are gonna pay for it somehow. And then how we're gonna pay for it is during inflation. But once the dollar gets devalued, things are gonna cost a little bit more, things are gonna get a little bit more. And the American people and the consumer is already struggling. If you're in the position where you're already working a 9 to 5 and then working a second job just to keep up with your bills, and then most people can't afford to eat, let alone go out there and clothe themselves, things are gonna get that much harder when the second round of inflation hits with higher prices. So I've made a video, the video is in the making. It's about 5 ways you can increase your income so you'll have that freedom and you won't have that ceiling on how much you could earn or how much you should earn. It'll give you freedom to relax, take a vacation or get that vacation that you want. You want that extra income. You don't want that income where you always have to depend on your job. It breaks down the 5 major skills that you should have, because to get through this cost of living crisis, most people that are going to get stuck in this crisis only know how to earn from their job. And then there's going to be the second group of people where they built up equity, and the equity is going to get eaten up. You have to build for income. And I'm going to show you with this video, and it's going to be mind-blowing. All right, tune in.